Do you know it is an egregious act and insalubrious to have a loose tongue? I mean, it is absolutely bad and wrong to be a busybody and always talk in the glare of the public. Let me enlighten you extensively as I take you along the course of this short story. There lived a man in Taba village long time ago. He was a farmer and he was hardworking. He was almost perfect and does his things diligently. But he had a weakness. He could not control his tongue. One day, a wise old man in Taba village invited him to his house and strictly warned him to be mindful of how he talks anyhow and anywhere. Few days after, an old woman in Taba village also warned him to stop being a busybody and a gossip. 2 days after, his beloved wife also warned him of the same predicament. And she said, you know that whenever a drum's tempo keeps on rising, such drums will soon burst. He just laughed it off and forgot about the discussion. On a fateful day, he went to his farm for harvesting. While he was harvesting, he had a strange voice greeted him. Being so curious, he turned and to his surprise, he found out it was a skeleton. The skeleton spoke to him and warned him of his impending doom. But this man, being obstinate and adamant, refused to listen to the skeleton, and in fact telling the skeleton to shut up. The skeleton warned him once more, saying your mouth will soon lead you to death. But he never listened and threatened to summon everybody in the village to witness how a skeleton is talking. He left everything he was doing behind and rushed to the king's palace. At the king's palace, he met the king in a meeting with his council of chiefs. So the palace guys restricted him from entering the palace. He started shouting, there is problem! Oh! This drew the attention of the king and the chiefs. They came out to hear what he has to say, but he demanded the entire village should be present. So the king ordered the town crier to summon the entire village. In the full glare of the public, the man was told to narrate his ordeal. He said he saw a strange thing while working on his farm, and the people exclaimed, strange thing? Then he explained further that he saw a skeleton that could talk. The entire village found it difficult to believe him, including the king and the council of chiefs. He swore with all the possessions he had and everything that was dear to him, including his life, that what he has just narrated was the truth. He went further and told the king to cut off his head if what he had just said was tissue of lies. The king and the entire village followed him to his farm. At his farm, everybody was surprised to see the skeleton. Then he greeted the skeleton, but the skeleton did not reply. He tried all his possible best to make the skeleton talk, but all his effort was no avail. At that moment, he was sweating profusely. His buba and sokoto was already drenched. Because he knew he was in real trouble, immediately the king summoned the executioner to cut off his head so as to serve as a lesson to all those who could not discipline themselves and control their tongues. Immediately after his head was cut off, the skeleton spoke and said, I had already told him that his mouth will push him to his death. So that was how the man died, and his death served as a lesson to all other busybodies and a gossip in Taba village till today. According to Yoruba proverb, wọ́n ní bójúbárí ẹnu àdákẹ́, meaning that not everything you see you must say. I think you learned something today, and you should always remember a man who died because he could not control his tongue.
The cute baby, oh Miami.